Hey guys, this is Jeff from ZombiGuysCG.com, and this is our quick overview and final impressions of the HTC Sensation. You can see it's a pretty sweet looking phone, very unique design. I am pretty sure that HTC users will love the design, but people who don't use HTC phones probably won't really know the difference. But yeah, very cool design. Steel back right there with a rubbery plasticky whoops, I activated that. Yep. With a rubbery plasticky thingy on each side with different finishes. That's a loudspeaker right there, and this is the camera with the dual LED flash that kind of protrudes a little bit. But yeah, it's a very interesting way in how the case comes off. If I can just show you without causing too much damage, hopefully. The case actually slides out of the HTC Sensation like this. So the phone actually slides off the back panel. You can also see the Wi-Fi antennas and everything right there. Now this design is actually very cool, I guess, but it does have death grip issues from time to time. It really affects Wi-Fi from what we noticed if you put your finger at the back of this portion. But it also affects network slightly, but not too bad. But this is something you definitely want to check out when you get the HTC Sensation. But yeah, moving on, this is the lock screen. You can see it's very cool. It has this little circular thingamajig that you slide up to get the home screen. And it has these cool effects right there that you can see. So yeah, it's definitely very cool. One cool thing about the home screen is also that you can drag something over, like the camera, to the little ball thingy, and it'll launch the app. So yeah, as you can see, the camera interface is quite nice. There's zoom in and zoom out keys right there, and a whole bunch of options. So yeah, that's pretty cool of the lock screen. There's also the home screen that kind of has, you'll notice, a 3D-ish look and feel when you swipe around. This is actually very cool. No doubt HTC's Sense UI 3.0 has a lot of very cool stuff here on the Sensation. But yeah, there are also a couple of widgets, like the famous HTC clock widget right there, and the friend stream widget, among other things. There's also the weather widget, which is very cool. And yeah, so it is very cool. That's for sure. You can also pinch to zoom out and look at all the home screens and just tap on one to get back. The notifications drop down is pretty cool. You have a list of your open apps right there, and you have tabs at the bottom which you can switch to toggle Wi-Fi or a Wi-Fi hotspot or things like that. And you can also see your total memory remaining, which is cool again. Yeah. So yeah, apart from that, let's open up the People phone book app, basically, which lists all your Google contacts and your Facebook contacts, among other things, even your Twitter contacts if you choose to. It's definitely very cool, and you have little options there where you can switch to your call history, your groups, and other things like that. You can tap on contact review details of them if you have interacted with them in any way or not. But yeah, so that is pretty cool. Even the phone books app, the dialing app, for example, is a smart dial app, basically. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Moving on, going back to the home screen, there's one thing I forgot to mention. There's a whole bunch of personalization options right there. There's also options for the lock screen, which has a whole different, about 5, I think, yeah, different lock screens that you can choose from. For example, let's go with this one. Whoops. Ugh, this is gonna be hard. Okay, there you go. So yeah, this is kind of cool where you tap on change the lock screen right there. So yeah, very cool. Similarly, the lock screen can also be used, and this is my favorite one, for weather. Now, I actually like the weather effects in Sense 3.0. It is really cool. But yeah, so that's basically the lock screen, and whole bunch of personalization options right there. You can go back to the menu. You can arrange things on the menu in different ways by just yeah, there you go. You can arrange it by list, or by grid, or sorted by alphabets, or whichever way you want. So that's pretty cool. There's also a task manager on board, so you can kill any open apps that are on, for example, which is very useful, I'm sure, for a lot of folks. Apart from that, there is a reader app that lets you read books. I don't think I have any books on this right now. Oh, I have one. There you go. You can open books and read them and do all sorts of things that you would do with a book. You can also download Amazon's app if you want to read books from your Kindle. Apart from that, let's move on to the gallery. So yeah, the gallery app is actually pretty cool. All your images are sorted into little stacks that you can see right here. And the gallery app searches your memory card and finds images no matter where you store it. So that's pretty decent because you can list them all out and go through them right here. You can shift between these images in a very cool I like the little subtle animation here, as you can see, when you move between images. So that's very cool for sure. Moving on, you also have the music app, which is also worth talking about. You can see that the album art is basically right in center, and you can also move between your library, which consists of your artists, or you can move to albums, playlists, and all songs. So yeah, this is very cool, and you can just tap on something to play it basically. The loudspeaker, we should put it right there, is pretty good. It's actually quite average in volume, but it does get muffled a little bit if you put it down over here. But yeah, not too bad. One more thing that's worth noting is that there is a drop down shortcut for the music player when you play it basically. But yeah, that's basically it for the gallery. Apart from that, the Android market works and looks just like it would. Damn, I don't have Wi-Fi here, but yeah, it looks and works just the way it would on any other device right now. And the internet browser is also pretty good. Again, I don't have Wi-Fi right now, so I can't show you, but the websites load up pretty fine, and there is Flash support, so you can play back Flash files and stuff. Well, pretty decent, nothing to complain about as such. So yeah, just to round up everything, basically the HTC Sensation has a ton of features. It's a very cool little phone, but it does have its pros and cons. The dead grip issue is a bit of a problem. Battery life is pretty okay, but you'll see we're in a little low battery right there. There's also an LED indicator that you might notice to let you know if you get a new message or if you're on power saving mode like you are over here. It's pretty impressive actually. Sense 3.0 is pretty cool. I like the little 3D effects here and there. That is definitely very cool. There's tons of functionality and a lot of eye candy in Sense, as you can see. Android 2.3 Gingerbread is pretty good. It's bought a whole bunch of features along the way. The camera though is not that great, unfortunately. The camera on the HTC Sensation is pretty basic, nothing too great, even in stills and in video. So yeah, now alternatives would be the Samsung Galaxy S2, which does have a better camera, a better screen, and a much better chipset also. And we definitely think that people should consider the, oops, that's also out of battery, the Samsung Galaxy S2 maybe. But if you can't afford the increase in price for the Samsung Galaxy S2, there's also the LG Optimus 2X, which is cheaper but does the job. So yeah, that's basically our overview. If you want to know more about the HTC Sensation, do remember to check out our post on omegacj.com. If you have any questions or comments, do let us know in the comment section below.